and it started. So I wanted to welcome everybody to the call. My name is Jennifer Straub, and I'm here with Jenny and Ashley. And we're welcoming you to the Juice Plus Freedom Revolution. And so the reason you were invited on here is because Jenny would love for you to know what she's doing right now. She has joined us on our mission, and she'd love for you to learn about it. And then hopefully you can think of some people that may be interested in hearing what we are saying. And if you can help her generate ideas, it's kind of more of a brainstorming session, but we would like for you to understand what we're doing. So to start off, I'd like to ask a question, and you don't have to answer specifically, but would you agree that being healthy today can be challenging?
Yeah.
Everybody agree with that? So we all want to look good, feel great. We want to do everything, but it gets really hard in this fast-paced society. It's hard and it's expensive. And so that's where we come in. And we would like to introduce you to the Healthy Living Revolution. And that's what we're here about, and that's what we're so passionate about. Because we, along with thousands of others, are part of this unique community. And together we're trying to take healthy back. And we do that in a very simple, doable, teachable way. So the goal of the Healthy Living Revolution is to come alongside families who would like to be healthier. We meet them where they are, and then we empower them to make positive changes along the way. And we do this through different avenues. So if you look at, in order to inspire healthy living around the world, we do it through free resources, nutritional support, and then an organization that makes it all possible. So we have a great free resource, and we'll send you the link for this after this call, but it's called the Healthy Living Revolution. And there's an entire team behind this resource. It's a link that families can use, and they can come together, and there are cookbooks with clean recipes, clean, easy recipes. There's all sorts of webinars on trending health topics. There are exercises you can do at home. There's a Start Strong program, which is designed to help the generation that we're growing, the children, to have positive body images, to be healthy, to be active, and to develop these healthy habits along the way. They are our future. So the Healthy Starts program is a great program, and we'll explain that a little bit later on too. So we will send you that link, and that is open to anybody. Anybody's welcome to get on that. I send people every day, whether they are with our company or not. It's a great resource. The second door we go through is the nutritional support. And that's where we are committed to helping others find that nutrition, which is the foundation of health. We really need to flood our bodies with the most important foods that we can eat, and that's raw fruit, vegetables, and berries. And we need this every single day. So they're not only good for you, but they're absolutely critical for good health. We're actually supposed to eat 9 to 13 servings a day. Did anybody get 9 to 13 servings in today? It's virtually impossible to do. So think about the last week. Was there any day that you met your full 9 to 13 servings in a day? And that's what our bodies need, because when you get the rainbow of colors in every single day, it balances out your body, and your body can handle whatever comes its way. And so that's just about impossible to get in every day, and that's where we come in with Juice Plus. So Juice Plus is a phenomenal product. To explain some facts about Juice Plus, it has over 30 different raw, vine-ripened whole foods. It is non-GMO. It is NSF certified to be pure. I call it my little salad bar in a capsule. It's fabulous. See if I can get this up to my camera so y'all can see it. And I'm trying to, if my eyes go kind of crazy, my camera's at the top, and I'm trying to look at you guys in the picture. So here's Juice Plus here. And it's important to understand the process that the plants go through in order to be encapsulated into these. And they're in the capsule form and chewable form. But all the fruit, vegetables, and berries are completely vine ripened. They remain attached to the vine until they are completely packed with the nutritional essence, with the nutrition is fully developed, which happens the last 48 hours on the vine. So they're all vine ripened. And then they are, the fruits and veggies are then ground up which is much better than just simply juicing. We grind them up entirely because we include the peels, the leaves, the seeds whenever it's possible. Take the entire thing in to make that nutrition. Because if you look at and think about an orange, 80% of the vitamin C in an orange is in the peel. And I've never eaten an orange peel. I don't know if you guys have, but I don't do the peel. So in your veggies, or in your fruit, that peel is in there, and that's where the nutritional essence is. So that's really important. And then it's all slow dried at very low temperatures because we maintain all the live nutrients in here. Those live enzymes that are in here, that's why it's so important. And that if we were to juice this and then keep it in juice, then we would have to pasteurize it, and it would kill all the live enzymes. So this literally is as if you were to sit at the table and eat it raw in the raw form. What I love the most about Juice Plus is that it's scientifically proven. It is the most researched nutritional supplement in the world. We've been published in over 38 different peer-reviewed journals. They have to go through a peer-reviewed means they have to go through a medical panel to be published in there, and we've got several more that are on the way. And the research that's done on this is the double-blind, placebo-based, crossed-over, randomized studies. So it is the gold standard of studies. It is a food and not a vitamin, and if you can see, it says nutrition facts on it, because it is not a supplement. It has the same things if you were to go get frozen broccoli. It has the same label, so the government actually considers this food, and it is a food label. That's why it's whole food nutrition. If you look at when you talk about the difference between nutrition facts and supplement facts are taken from the main source and extracted from the source and put into a supplement. This is the whole food. This is every bit of it. All the phytonutrients, the 12,000 phytonutrients in an apple alone is in here. And so that's the biggest difference, being whole food. And there's no warning label on this, which is huge. It's safe for all ages, pregnant, nursing mothers, children, elderly, even professional athletes can take Juice Plus. No warning labels, and not all the adult safety lids that you cannot open. You know, the child proof that your kids have to help you open. So along with the fruit, veggies, and berries, we also have an omega blend. Absolutely, positively love this omega blend. It is a complete omega. It is a completely vegan source, first of all, but it's sustainable and safe, being that vegan source. There are 6 different plant sources in here, and it's a complete omega with a full range of naturally occurring omega 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And it's all done to protect the oils in there. It's all encapsulated in our brand new technology of very low temperature, sealing those delicate oils, and so nothing is harmed. So it's a fantastic product. I tell my husband all the time, this is the product, it just came out last year or maybe the year before, and I can actually walk into the room and remember why I walked in. It's great. It's my little secret weapon. We also have the chocolate and vanilla complete shakes. These are a vegan, gluten-free, whole food protein with fiber, amino acids, fruits, vegetables, all in a shake. And it can be a quick breakfast. It can be a post-workout. It can be whatever you'd like it to be, on the go. And then we have bars that go along with the shakes, just on-the-go bars. And then we have a tower garden. Now, this is 5 feet tall, 2.5 feet wide, and it's out on my deck. So I'm going to show you a picture of it. But this is an aeroponic growing system. This was developed, oh, it even covers me up. Look at that. It was developed in Epcot Center. And so it has a tower here in the middle, and it pumps water up through, and then it sprinkles down and waters all the roots. So it's called aeroponic because the roots are suspended. There it is. There it is without all the plants on it. And so you have 20 different ports in it, and you can grow year-round growing. It's phenomenal, and it uses 5% of the water a regular garden uses, and they grow in half the amount of time. It's a fantastic thing. We actually have 2 of these at my kids' old school, the grade school. They're both in high school now, but we had 2 of these in there that are supplying the salad bar. Phenomenal product. And then we have a program that you can do by combining the capsules and the shakes, and it's called our Shred 10 program, but that gives people a jump start in health. It's a 4-month program, but it's the first 10 days. And a lot of people end up doing it the first 10 days of every month. You can do it quarterly, you can do it whenever you want to, but it's just a way of getting some bad habits out and flooding your body basically with micro and macronutrients. So if you're interested in that, we can explain that later. So to tell you a little bit, and then Ashley, I'm going to ask you to tell your product story in a minute, but to tell you a little bit about my product story. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I was diagnosed with preeclampsia, and she was, to make a long story short, she was born a month early, but by the grace of God, she was healthy. But in order to carry her, I started studying the importance of fruit and veggies. And she was, like I said, a month early, but everything was healthy, but I started eating better to help her. So along our journey, along me learning all these different ways of treating our family better, we also adopted our son, and he was 2 months premature, and he was anemic, you name it, he had it. We brought him home, and he was a severe asthmatic. He was on 5 breathing treatments a day, 2 steroids. And I just took Juice Plus after he was home for 6 weeks and nothing had changed. They told us he'd never be able to play sports. So we started him on Juice Plus 6 weeks after he got home. And within the next 6 weeks, we were able to wean him off all breathing treatments. And he's not had another one since. He is now 15 years old, healthy, on travel soccer, on the cross country team, 6 days a week, running 2 hours. And that was all due to Juice Plus. So that's kind of our story. I've reversed an autoimmune disease with it. So I'm a huge advocate of flooding our bodies every day, day in and day out, because your body can handle whatever comes its way. That's my story and why I'm passionate and why I do this. Ashley, how about you?
Hi. Okay, so I met Ginny through a chiropractor's office. I'm an RN, but I also have my certification in functional diagnostic medicine, and I had the privilege of working with Ginny. Nutrition was something that was on her radar, and knew that basically the best way, strongest way that we can make a change in our bodies metabolically is just to figure out where the imbalances are. And a lot of times the imbalance comes through nutrition. And so that's what I help patients do every day. I work there. I'm also at the hospital, and I get to see the day ins and day out of, how patients struggle to find nutrition. Not only the importance of it, they know the importance of it, but they need somebody to help them hold their hand. So that's kind of what I do. The 2 biggest factors that I would say Juice Plus has made such a change in our office in 2 ways is, the variety. Everybody sticks with basically the same 5 to 10 different fruits and veggies in the same week. And it's like, if we look at our diets, I mean, most people can agree it's the same 5 or 10. And then when you limit it to just 5 or 10, we're not even getting that daily. One of the nutrition classes that I took was talking about when we were hunters and gatherers and foragers, and we were dependent on what we could find to eat out in nature. I mean, the list was over 100 that we were exposed to in a week's time. And so that's changed drastically. When I sit down with patients, one of the examples that I love that Juice Plus has given is back in the 60s, a bowl of spinach would give us all the iron that we needed in a day. And now that same bowl would take like 17 bowls. I can't remember the exact number, but an exponential amount of bowls of spinach to get the same iron that we used to get out of one. And it has to do with the soil depletion and how, the nutrients just aren't there that they used to be because of the environment and all these other factors. So that's the variety is the biggest issue that I see day to day. The other thing is consistency. We're not getting the variety daily. And so patients who come to me who really are earnestly trying to make changes and get healthier struggle with nutrition. And if I can bridge that gap, if I can figure out a way to make sure that they're getting the variety that they need and they're also getting it consistently, then it's a win-win. And Juice Plus has by far been the one game changer for our practice and our office for patients to be able to start seeing the changes that they knew that they can make. They just couldn't do it on their own. And the stories that have come from it are pretty awesome. I have patients who are off their antidepressants now, patients who are off of allergy meds, patients who, for myself, I have Hashimoto's. I've had an autoimmune thyroid disorder since I was 18. Typically, it's an old lady disease, but for me, I wasn't so lucky. I've always been on, for over 20 years, between 150 and 200 micrograms of Synthroid. That is a huge, enormous dose. I've maybe had 3 patients in 16 years that took that much. Now, I can tell you that Juice Plus is the one thing that I've been consistent with. Dietary wise, I mean, I know changes, I know things to do, but Juice Plus, is the one consistent in our house, and I'm now on 88 micrograms of Synthroid. I've never been on such a small dose before. So we see the changes in labs, patients with inflammation, just chronic inflammation that leads to all kinds of other health issues and illnesses. We've seen lots of changes from. So it's just kind of a stupid, simple thing. I have this little card that I carry in my purse with me because I have patients. As a nurse, everybody says, they want to tell you about their issues and their health stuff. And this is the one thing that I can point them to. I can say, you're going to get 30 different organically grown fruits, veggies, and berries and oils in a capsule form. And it costs less a day than it does for a Starbucks. So that's kind of my story and the big impact that I've seen. Our office sees over 200 patients a week, and it's just been phenomenal, the changes that we've seen. So thankfully I get to partner with Ginny now, and it's become a part of her story.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love how Ashley can put it as more of the healthcare professional, and I'm just the stay-at-home mom on the side of it.
Whatever.
So it fits everybody's needs, and that's what I love about it. I have the impact with my family. She sees it with her patients. So that's what I absolutely love, the balance that we have, because I am like one of her patients that would take home and see it for my whole family instead of just myself. So I love that. All right. So the third door we talked about, going through, besides the free resources, the product, and now we've got the business behind that product. And we call that the freedom revolution. And the main mission of the Juice Plus company is to bring freedom through improved health. And in order to do that, we have the business side behind it, but it's important to point out that 80% of our customers are just customers. They are not distributors. And so there are a few of us, like Jenny and Ashley and myself, who serve those customers. And we get paid very well in order to do that, because we've partnered with the company on this mission. So we are a product-driven company, but we have a mission behind it that can be a great resource for certain people if they'd like to do that. So when you talk about the business, there are two main questions that everybody asks us. Number one, how does it work? It's very simple. Anybody can open up their own business as long as they're 18 years old. It's called a virtual franchise, and it's only $50 a year to own. That's it. I have to say that one of my proudest moments, I've been in this business for 16 years, and one of my proudest moments is this year, my daughter has joined me. She's 18, and she chose to do it because she's seen the impact that I've made over the years on families. And when she said she wanted to join me, nothing made me happier. I don't push her. I don't do anything, but she just saw what I had done. And so I'm proud of that because she respects what I do. Representatives have an online business. They have their own personal website, and they can run it from any device, anywhere, anytime. It is completely flexible. We've got people on phones now, computers, whatever. You earn a residual income simply by sharing Juice Plus, word of mouth. The company does the rest. The company manufactures Juice Plus, they deliver it, they bill it, they collect from the customers, and then they pay us directly. So there is no inventory whatsoever. The only Juice Plus you'll ever touch is your own product. That's it. You don't ever touch anybody else's. And there are many reasons we do that. As a business member, it's good for me because I don't have to do anything. But it's more of the integrity of the product, because everything has an expiration date because those live enzymes in there. I am the wellness coordinator for my pediatrician, who highly recommends Juice Plus. And the last thing we want to do is stock that or have it in his office, because who knows how long it's been sitting there. Due to quality control, the company sends everything out, and every product has a stamp on the bottom of it. So if there's anything wrong with it, if a capsule's open, anything like that, they can track it back down to that shipment. So there's nothing that we touch. The company controls the rest of it. And then all commission levels are permanent. There's no quotas, there's no minimums, and you have the freedom to go at whatever pace you would like to go. There's no glass ceilings or no territories. We're in 20 different countries. Second question a lot of people say is, what's so great about the company? And how are we different? So we were formed 50 years ago by the president and founder, Jay Martin, who is still at the helm today. Same president, still there today. We are a privately held company, multi-billion-dollar company. And at the top of the company, there's a complete family benefit package, which includes your medical, dental, disability, long-term health, chiropractic health, prescriptions, along with a college tuition assistance, holiday bonuses, and monthly expense allowance. And we all had the opportunity to have the exact same benefit package as the president of the company. It is the same one that he has that's open up to anybody at the top level. So this business can really produce short-term cash for anybody or long-term wealth management or a retirement strategy. So we love that about the company, absolutely. But not only does the company provide for us, but they also are into healthy giving. We have impacted over 1 million different families with the family health study, and that's where we're providing free Juice Plus for any child between 4 and 18 or a college student with an adult order. So my children, 15 and 18, are both free on Juice Plus with my husband's and my order. And so it's already very cost effective for us to go on it. But then we provide our kids, and that's free for 4 years. Juice Plus also is the title sponsor for the St. Jude's Marathon. And we also are very highly involved with the Boys and Girls Club and Volunteers of America. We are actually donating a tower garden to every Boys and Girls Club in the nation, along with the Vitamix, and teaching people the importance of nutrition and how they can grow their own food in the tower garden and then take it and make it into pestos and salad dressings and sell it. And so we're teaching them the business side of it also, and just money management for the Boys and Girls Club. It's a fantastic mission that we're on to make a difference outside of just health. We're trying to get people off the street and on to a brighter future. So if you'd like to know any more about that later on, we can talk about that. So just why I do what I do, when I saw the difference in my family and my son getting off breathing treatments, and my irritable bowel going away, my husband handling his allergies better, when I saw all that, I realized I was always a banker, and I stopped work for my daughter, but I missed that interaction. And when we saw the difference with our family, it was the first time that I realized I can still have an impact outside of our house while being inside our house with my family. And so I've been at the company 16 years, loved every second of it, have not missed a day, have not missed a field trip. I'm home all the time with the kids. And so that's why I do what I do. It's the mission that I'm on. So to conclude, and if all of a sudden I go out, I just had my little battery low thing in my ear. So if I go out, I'm gonna have to pull out my headset. But just to wrap up with what we're doing, I appreciate you spending the time to listen to what Ginny has joined us in this mission. And so we're just looking, if you know of anybody who wants to take that next step in their health, and that Juice Plus may be a good solution for them, then if you can refer them to Ginny, that would be fantastic. If they would like to hear a call like this, we can do another one. And then on the other side, if you know of anybody who is looking to earn some outside income, some residual income, it can be a stay-at-home mom like myself. It can be a healthcare professional like Ashley, like my pediatrician. It could just be someone looking for another retirement or a plan B or the benefits, whatever it is. So if you can think of anybody, then please let Ginny know. That's what we would like to do, is network with other people. So she just wanted you to know what we do, how we do it, and send people her way. I would like to open this up now that you've listened to what I've had to say, and answer any questions you have. Anybody? And Michelle, I ended up muting you. Let me unmute you. So if anybody else you can unmute and ask any questions, and I'll be glad to answer them.
The capsules, what are they made out of?
You've got the capsules themselves are a vegetarian capsule now. And so they do not have the gelatin in it that they used to have. So they are just a completely plant-based capsule. Now, and then you've got your fruit, your veggie, your berry. So there are different things in it, but the capsule themselves are a vegetarian-based capsule. Is that what you were asking?
I was just wondering what it was like made of.
Vegetables.
And the ingredients, there's a lot. No, I've been with the company for a while, and we used to have gelatin in it, and then we tried to take it out, and they all fell apart. I don't know, besides all the ingredients that are listed on here, which we can send you a label, but I don't know which one is for the capsule and encapsulating part, and which one is for the ingredients inside. We all consider it a ingredient because it's going to be absorbed in your system.
Mhm.
So we can send you, I don't know which specifically is just for the capsule itself, but we can send you a copy of that, if that would help.
I was just wondering, I'm familiar a little bit with making something into a capsule form, so I was just wondering what you guys used. So.
Yeah. And so you would probably be more familiar if I sent you the ingredient list on which one was for the capsule itself.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of people, they are not steamed together except for the omega. So we have a lot of people who open up the capsules too. They're not fused.
Yeah, so they could mix them with something. So if you wanted to mix it, if they can't swallow or something, you can actually mix them in yogurt or something.
Yep. And what I tell people all the time, they can easily open up our shakes and mix it, open the powders, put them in there, and you've got a meal and all 30 different fruit, vegetables, and berries together.
I need to remember to order the shakes because Ashley sent me one a while back, and I was so excited that it didn't taste chalky or like too proteiny, you know, sometimes. Right. I was like, oh my God, it really tastes like real chocolate. It's just like a milkshake.
It is delicious.
And then I like fished the wrapper out of the trash to make sure that it was Juice Plus and read the ingredients to make sure I wasn't going crazy.
They're delicious.
They're funny.
It was so good. And my mom actually ordered has used the bars, and she loves them because she takes them on the go with her. But
they're great on the go.
I forgot. I had a question and I can't remember what it was now. Oh, you know what? I think that my sister-in-law has used the Juice Plus capsules, has opened them and actually put them in her son's feeding tube stuff, the formula. He was having terrible, I mean, he's highly disabled. Those of you on the call that know about Carson, you know that he is extremely disabled and has to have a feeding tube and everything. And he was having a lot of problems with throwing up food and things like that, his formula. And her neighbor is a Juice Plus representative, and she offered some information from a medical doctor that uses Juice Plus with his patients who are children on feeding tubes and things like that. So she decided to go ahead and change, because they've changed all these different medicines. They've changed the type of formula that he was receiving, but it was still the same type of stuff. And so basically they just added the Juice Plus to his nutrition through the feeding tube, and he no longer has those problems with his stomach problems or anything like that. And so, and those of you who have met Shannon know that it takes things like that for her to really go, okay, there is something. That was what really got her realizing how important nutrition really was too, was when she saw the difference that just adding that to her son's feeding tube made in his life.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It makes you appreciate, and that's why we call it a mission. I mean, we're making a huge impact. We are actually being used, because the medical research behind Juice Plus, we are being used at MD Anderson and St. Jude's. And so it's being used in the hospitals because it is cellular nutrition, and it's not only reducing the damaged DNA, it's actually repairing the DNA. And that's why those two hospitals are using it.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions? And Michelle, we'll send out the labels to you, and you can see which ones are for the capsules themselves.
Sure. Thank you.
Anything else? All right. Well, we are always available. If you have questions, you can get them to Jenny, and she can get it to us, and we'll get you an answer. If it's something that we need the doctor to answer, we can also do that. So we can get the doctor, the company. So we don't want to take too much of your time. We appreciate you getting on this call. We would love if y'all can think of anybody, like I said, that could help Jenny as she launches her business, that anybody that would like the impact of the nutrition or that extra income on the side. We would love to help Jenny with that. So no more questions. Thank you all for getting on.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
Bye.